So I just want to do a quick video to talk about a couple of sales I had lately and to talk about sales rank. Sales rank is a big topic that gets brought up a lot by people that are new to books, that are asking questions and they want to know more about sales rank and what sales rank they should go up to, if sales rank means anything, etc., etc. So there's a couple of trains of thought that people have. One is that sales rank doesn't matter at all and you can just ignore it, and doesn't matter for books. They sell all the time and just buy whatever. Don't look at sales rank. It's not a concern. The other train of thought says, you know, only buy books up to 500K sales rank or 100K. Don't go any higher than that. They'll never sell. They'll sit forever. And then there's a third train of thought that says to buy high sales rank books in moderation. Okay. So I'm going to let you know, based on the last 6 months that I've been doing this, my experience, and the results that I've had from analyzing the last 15 to 1600 sales that I've had. Sales rank matters. Sales rank matters a lot. If sales rank didn't matter, I could go buy 10,000 books ranked 15 million that went for $9.95 sale value, and that would be a viable business model. But it's not. You'll be lucky if you sold 5% of those books within the first 5 or 6 months. So what do? You buy high-ranked books selectively. So you buy them based on a number of factors. For instance, how many people are selling that book? Is there 200 people selling that book, and it's a book that's ranked 7 million? That's selling for $9.95, forget about it. You're wasting your time. That book won't sell in your lifetime. If it does, you won't care because you'll probably be losing money. Okay? Because it'll probably have sat at the warehouse for 4 years or something crazy like that. Okay? Now I'm just telling you these are my thoughts on this. Okay? And so what do you buy? Well, in my opinion, and in my experience, I use what I like to call, it's like the 10 rule, okay? So, if you're buying a book that's ranked 1 million, that book should be selling for at least $10, sale value. If you're buying a book that's ranked 3 million, that book should be going for roughly $30. Now, that's just a rule of thumb if you're new. There's a multitude of things that can affect that. But that is a very good rule of thumb to go by. Now, do high-ranked books sell? Yes, they sell. And I'm going to show you one of the sales I've had today. I had a book sell today that was ranked 2.8 million. I had a book sell yesterday that was ranked 5.6 million. Okay? So what's the flip side of that? Well, the flip side of that is I have about 70 service manuals listed. They are all ranked 5 million and up. I've had these listed for about 4 to 5 months. I have sold 2. How long do you want to be sitting on your inventory? Do you want to be sitting on your inventory for years while your storage fees rack up? I don't. I have a very aggressive business model. I want stuff to move quickly as possible without losing money. So that's my experience with high-ranked books. I've analyzed my orders, and 90% of the books that have sold are ranked under 1 million. That's just the way it is. It's just how it is. Books that are ranked lower sell faster. Okay? Now it can be misleading because technically all sales rank really is the amount of time since that book last sold. Okay, so you could have a book that only sells twice a year. A sale happens, it drops down to 200K or something, and you think you just had a good buy, and you didn't. It happens. Okay, but we're getting these books for so cheap it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be over analyzing like that. Go by the number of used offers, go by the sale price, go by the rank. Those three things will tell you whether a book is a good buy, and of course how much you're spending on it. So with that said, good news today. I actually had a book sell for a high amount. This is actually the highest amount I've sold a book for so far. It was a book, actually if you've seen one of my videos from a little while ago, I got at a book sale. And they were selling for around $500. But I said, you know what? Because of the rank, I want to make mine a complete no-brainer. Most of them were merchant fulfilled. Mine was like new, and they were all around 500. So I'm going to price mine at $350. Sure enough, it sold today. So, you know, I was just sitting here just to kind of show you what I was doing. So I'm sitting here on the computer, and I'm looking at Seller Central. And, you know, over here it shows you the amount of sales you have for the day. So right here I'm looking, and earlier today that's at like 2,930 or something. And I refresh the page, and it jumps to like $3,280 or something. And I'm like, what just happened? So I'm like, what the hell do I have for that much? And I go to check, and I'll show you kind of like what came up and like how I knew something had happened. You know, if you look on the right, the graph on the right, you see that big jump right here. That shows you right here. Basically, no, right here. What happened was two things sold. One sold for like $6.90, and the other sold for $350. So I went to check to see what it was, and sure enough, it was that book from I think it was only like a month ago, maybe a month and a half. But it was a book by the name of Jane's, and the Jane's books are about like aircrafts and things like that, and some things that the Army uses, and they're very big books, and they're very colorful. They have a lot of images, a lot of information. They're very complete. They're very high quality book. So I checked my inactive inventory, and just to be sure, I pulled it up and I saw, you know, $349.95. I clicked here, and sure enough, it came up. If I scroll down, it came up reserved. So, you know, that's how I know it's sold. And, you know, that was great because, you know, I mean, there's proof. Books that go for these higher dollars, they do sell. You know, eventually. It took a little while, but frankly, it sold faster than I thought it would. But like I said, I have an aggressive business model, so, you know, if it goes for $500, I price mine at $350. You know, look, I'm not going to give my stuff away. I'm not going to price like these people pricing at like $50 or something like that, like these mega sellers, or, you know, $4 and break even. But, you know, I do want stuff to move because I want to flip that money so I can reinvest it. And, you know, lately sales have been really good, and frankly, it's been hard to spend all that money and reinvest it to the point where, well, today was a very uneventful day. I'll just admit flat out to you guys. Pretty much I got absolutely nothing done today. Amazon worked it a lot today though, because 39 things sold so far today, and so they've been packing things up and shipping out a lot of orders, which is great for us. If you're FBA, you know how nice it is to just be doing whatever you're doing and refresh, and your sales keep going up. But like I said, things have been going very well since I've been doing a combination of manual repricing with automated repricing, because you're always going to have to do some manual repricing for a number of reasons. One of the biggest being that repricers aren't going to be able to do everything for you. Some books, they're simply not going to be able to reprice because the book price is not in the lowest 20 offers, and the Amazon API will only give you the lowest 20 offers. So you really should be pricing manually as well as using a repricer if you can. And I have very safe repricer settings, but you know, that's helped. The time of year, of course, has helped. But like I said, things are going really good. And you know, I will be breaking the 6-figure mark very shortly. I don't think it's all that impressive given the scope of these things. I think this is something you could scale to a 7-figure business model relatively easily. You would have to hire employees. There's no way you're going to do that solo. But do I think you can make 100K solo? Yes, I do. I think solo you can make 100K. I think if you have a partner, you should be able to make 200K. I think you'll probably cap out around 200K, even with 2 of you, unless you have an employee listing or doing something like that to help you out. If it's just 2 of you sourcing and listing, you're probably going to cap out around 200K if you have a lot of places to source and if you're doing everything right. A week I'm going to be sourcing really hard, so I will do a video log of that. But I just want to talk about sales rank real quick and show you that sales that I had, just to show you, hey, you know, books do sell. Higher rank books, they will sell. Just make sure it's worth it. And you know, so I will get back to you tomorrow with another video, show you what I get, and you know, keep sourcing, keep doing what you're doing. It will pay off. It's paid off for me. I'm doing very well. Hopefully you are too. So I'll get back to you shortly. I hope you're doing well. So we'll talk to you soon. Peace.